If I had to restart my YouTube channel today with 0 subs, no videos on the channel, completely from scratch, this is exactly what I would do to reach my first 1,000 subscribers again as quickly as possible. Not 1,000,000 subscribers, not 100,000, just the first 1,000 to get you monetized and in the YouTube partner program. Because honestly, the first 1,000 is the hardest. Once you've hit that first 1,000, you've usually figured out what works and what doesn't for the channel. You've built some momentum with a few videos by now, and YouTube finally has enough data on your content to know more who to recommend these videos to, so it starts to show them to people more consistently, providing of course that you take the right steps first. Now before we get into it, I'm going to save you months of frustration first. I want to talk to you about Nexus Clips. This is a website where you can log in on Twitch or YouTube to have this clip up your VODs or videos for you automatically. How this works is it uses an AI to completely watch all of your stream for you, and then it will pluck out the best moments that are most likely to go viral on Shorts. It will add captions for you, it will format it vertically. You can go in and alter this in an editing day as well if you like, and there's features like a text hook that you can put at the beginning to stop people scrolling away. It even ranks the clips for you to let you know which ones are going to go the most viral based on what's worked before on short form platforms. So if you've either been not making any shorts or just having to manually spend hours making them, then this will remove all of that hardship for you and all of the guesswork, because now you know that you're posting content that's actually going to get some views. It's an incredible tool that has honestly become a necessity these days. So if you want some results like I've had here, the link will be down below to try it for free, or you can use code CAL for 10% off of any order on the website. The biggest mistake new creators make isn't having bad editing. It isn't having a bad microphone, and it isn't even having a bad camera. It's making videos that nobody was ever looking for. YouTube isn't Instagram. People don't open YouTube wondering what you've been up to today. They open it because they have a question, a problem, or they want to learn, or simply they just want to be entertained. So your job as a newer creator is to become the answer to one of those things. So step one is to stop asking yourself, what do I want to upload? And start asking, what is something that someone's actually searching for today, or something that people would click on if they came across it? So if you want to do a gaming channel, for example, don't upload Minecraft episode 14. Upload something more clickable, like 10 things I wish I knew before starting blank. Or if you're doing a tech channel, don't just upload my thoughts on the iPad. Switch to something more desirable again, like is this iPad even worth it in 2026? Or if you're a streamer, don't just upload a video that's stream highlights from June 22nd. Upload how to fix this on stream, or I can't believe this happened to me in this game. How to unlock blank in blank game. I'm just spitballing random things here, but basically your goal should be that your videos need a reason to exist beyond you simply wanting to make them. And beyond that, you have to kind of package them in a way that's more clickable and search rankable for YouTube and the viewers. And doing that will give you the best chance at sustained growth over time. And to do that, there is no perfect route forward. It's kind of a mixture of your titles and the keywords you're using, your thumbnail and how convincing it is to make somebody click on that specific concept, and your description and your tags and how many keywords you're using to make them search rankable on YouTube and Google. Using this and also researching videos that have already been uploaded in a similar space, you can use all of that to figure out what makes your video sound and look like the most valuable version of itself. Even if your very first video is super basic, it's amazing what a strong title and thumbnail can do for you with having that get discovered anyway. If I was a little bit lazy with this video and I just put a title that was how to do good on YouTube, and it was just me like this in the thumbnail, then honestly you would have been a lot less likely to be recommended this video anywhere on YouTube in the first place, and you would have been a damn sight less likely to click on it. But now the next step is picking one lane. And this doesn't mean making the exact same video forever and ever. It just means that when somebody watches one of your videos, they should have a pretty good idea that if they subscribe, that that's what they're going to get more of. Because if one upload is Minecraft, and then the next upload is cooking, and then suddenly you're doing a football video, and then you're on holiday doing a vlog, you have to kind of be honest with yourself there. Why would anybody subscribe to that? Because they don't know what they're getting day to day. You're asking people to commit to content they don't really have clarity on. Obviously, bigger creators can get away with doing more mixture on their channels because people will watch them for them. They have an established audience by doing the right things, so now they can afford to do kind of anything. But if you're just starting out and you're getting to that first 1,000, you need to have some level of concisity. So instead, at first, work on building a collection of videos that all solve similar problems or cover a similar topic. And that doesn't have to limit your creativity. You can still make the content you want to make, you just have to package it and keep it in that same vein. This gives YouTube confidence recommending your videos, and it knows the audience to carve out for you. And then if you want to, you can branch out into more parallel concepts a little bit later when the channel's more established. For example, my channel basically hard started on being Twitch advice and how to grow on Twitch. But then I started to bleed in a little bit of streamer tech and a little bit of creator tech, and this is a video on YouTube, I did some videos on TikTok, and it's kind of become a growth social media channel rather than just solely Twitch. It's still one lane, it's just different parallel topics within it. So don't worry about getting stuck somewhere. You can still branch out into the things that you really want to do. You just have to be a little bit more smart about it right right at the beginning. Now, the next thing is something I wish somebody told me years ago. Your first 20 or so videos, maybe even more, are just research. Just treat them as research. It is not failure if they flop. It is just a learning curve. Because every upload does teach you something if you're looking at the right places. Maybe your title worked and maybe your thumbnail didn't. Maybe people clicked your video, but they left after 30 seconds. Maybe nobody clicked on it at all and it didn't perform in kind of any sense. Every single upload is data. So at first, treat your channel like an experiment in the space that you've chosen rather than like a performance that you're having to put on. Because creators who focus on those improvements will always win against creators that are just uploading more and more and more of the same thing without really learning from it. The analytics YouTube has baked in are also insanely valuable these days. They're incredibly in-depth, so you can effectively use every single upload to troubleshoot exactly what went well, down to the very numbers, and then you can figure out what to improve. And if you simply look at every video, find something that you can improve on, and make one improvement for the next one, and just keep doing that for a while, trust me, you'll be off to a great start, and eventually you'll land somewhere where you don't even remember that you were doing that anyway. By the way, if you're finding this helpful, consider subscribing. My goal with this channel is to help creators grow with a ton of simple videos that help you improve over time super easily. So if that sounds to you like something that's useful, I would love to have you stick around. But now let's talk about the biggest misconception in YouTube growth. Views alone don't grow channels. Satisfied viewers do. You can get 100,000 views on a video for people that leave after 20 seconds and never come back. Or you can get 5,000 views from people who watch almost the entire video, subscribe, stick around, binge another 3 videos afterwards, and guess which one YouTube prefers. And that's because retention matters more than basically anything on this platform. Returning viewers and session time matters the most to YouTube out of basically anything. Your biggest goal and kind of analytical chase number, so to speak, should be how long you can keep people watching. So try to avoid falling into that bucket of creators that are just chasing viral ideas on the sort of Mr. Beast-esque side of YouTube. Make whatever it is that you think is right and ask yourself one question whilst you're editing a video. How do I make somebody watch for 1 more minute? Because for every single extra second that they stay is another signal for YouTube telling them that this video deserves more recommendations. That sometimes means cutting down longer intros. It means getting to the point faster. It means showing examples instead of just talking about them for too long. It means changing visuals in your videos regularly and keeping the pace moving. One thing I always ask myself when I'm editing a video of me is that if this wasn't me, would I still keep watching it right now? Because if the answer is no, then cut it down or add something more interesting like a visual change or a pop-up that kind of supports what you're talking about. Anything like that will keep a video flowing and keep retention high. Now, next up is consistency, because a lot of people again tend to misunderstand this at first. Consistency doesn't mean uploading every single day. It just means becoming predictable. Whether that means you upload every Tuesday or every Friday, even if it's just once a week on a different day, or even twice a month at different times, just keep showing up in the similar frequency to how you always have been. Quality uploads in a consistent manner will always completely outweigh quantity uploads at a lower quality, or at completely random intervals. Then another thing that massively accelerated my own growth with YouTube was actually studying my analytics instead of just avoiding them or just assuming that the only thing you should check is views and subs. So after every single upload's been up for maybe a week or two, look at 3 things. Check your click-through rate, check your audience retention, and check where viewers started dropping off in your video. We spoke a little bit about retention already, but those 3 numbers tell you almost everything you need to know. Your click-through rate is essentially the amount of people that saw your video, and the percentage is the amount of people that actually clicked it from the people that saw it. So if it's super low, you probably need to improve your title and your thumbnail. When you're looking at the retention and when people left, if people are leaving in the first 30 seconds, for example, it probably means that your intro hook needs work. If you notice a huge drop halfway through a video, it probably meant that your pacing slowed down and you started to ramble a little bit too much. So my point here is you don't ever really have to guess what went wrong because your audience and YouTube literally tells you. Because a mistake I see a lot of creators making is making the same videos again and again, even if they're not performing well. Or they'll have one that performs well, but they won't really capitalize on why that did. So if a topic performs well, answer another question in a very similar space. Do a deeper dive on it, show an alternative angle, turn it into a series. The biggest channels on YouTube aren't constantly reinventing themselves and uploading a different concept every single time. They double down on what already works because that's what their audience came for. And finally, stop obsessing over subscribers. I know that's ironic considering the title of this video, because in my opinion, subscribers should be more of a result than a goal in your mind, really. I've never really pushed for asking for subscribers too harshly on this channel because wholeheartedly, I would only really want people to subscribe if they feel like it's actually going to be valuable for them and they want to stick around for more content. You can push and get really high subs, but like I said, it's the consistent and returning viewership that matters far more than any subscriber count does. Your real goal should be making videos that people genuinely want to watch, that they really enjoy, that they can recommend, and that they come back for. So if you keep solving problems, or you keep making entertaining content, if you keep improving every upload, if you keep learning from your analytics, and you give people a reason to come back to your channel, the subscribers will eventually take care of themselves, and you'll have already set yourself up for those building blocks to success. So getting your first 1,000 subs is not just about luck. It's about building building enough evidence that people should trust your channel. Every better title, every stronger thumbnail, every tighter edit, every improved hook, it all compounds over time. So don't compare yourself to creators that have been doing this for a year or 10 years. Compare yourself to the version of you that made your last video. And if this next one is better, you're already moving in the right direction. And before you head off, our community Discord of 400 plus other creators like you is down below if you want to reach out for some advice, make some friends in the space, or just hit me up. So hop on in, I would love to have you there. And in the meantime, here is your last chance to subscribe before you go, and another video you might find helpful on your creative journey. And hopefully I'll see you in another video soon. Mwah!